Still got to finalise your team yet, obviously, but Sam Mays will play his 100th game, is it?
Yeah, he will. We can declare that now. So Sam will be in the team, and it's a well-deserved 100 game. He's been a great servant of our footy club. He's still a young man. He's gone through a bit of a patch in recent times of not such good form, but he's lately in the NEFL he's been really good, and he deserved his opportunity.
What's he done? I guess a couple of injuries might have opened up a spot or two, but obviously he's at the top of the queue. So what did he do well when he went back to NEFL?
Generally the way he played the game, won plenty of the football, defended well when he needed to, clean, so running well, fit, so all of those things.
Can you update us on the other injuries, your guys that were tested? I guess you had training last night, the Hugh, Jared, Bundy.
Hugh and Bundy looked okay at training last night, but they still need to get through tomorrow morning, so we sort of won't finalise it until that point in time.
Charlie obviously was bad news. We know it's been out for a couple of days, but does that leave the group a little bit deflated, just even if it's just for a day or so, because he's obviously been so exciting for the first half of the year?
I think the old thing is, squads win premierships, and the thing about it is it's not ideal that Charlie's out, but it gives someone else an opportunity, and we need to find out more about our players and what other options we have if he's not there, because injuries come along. So you've got to be able to have that depth. So that's not ideal, but no, spirits are good, and we're very much looking forward to the game on Sunday.
It's another good challenge, really, Essendon. I mean, the young defensive lineup gets a good chance to prove themselves against Essendon, who do like to move the ball very quickly, and if you can shut that down, you'll be in with a pretty good show against them. Yeah,
that's right. They are a side that move the ball well, but so are we. One of the better ones in the competition, in fact. So, no, we'll, as with every game that we play, we set ourselves to get a victory, and our players are very much looking forward to it. The challenge, we've had some good crowds turn up to the Gabba recently, and we want to keep that growing. So we want to make sure we put our best foot forward.
Played well in that Collingwood game when sort of most of the crowd was going against you. Is it sort of a unique prospect of playing against the crowd at home that be going for the visiting team, really?
I wouldn't have thought that was the case. Why do you say that?
Oh, just Collingwood has a massive travelling supporter base.
And Collingwood do.
And Essendon.
You think Essendon do as well?
Yeah.
I think, the majority of the games that the crowd that turn up to our games are Brisbane supporters, so I think the noise for us will be pretty good. So hopefully we play well enough and our blokes drown them out anyway.
What's been the main focus this week? Because there was a few areas that let you down last weekend, I imagine you'd want to address. What's been your primary key focus this week?
The first quarters have been a bit of a problem to us all year. Mind you, we've lost 5 first quarters by 8 points or less, so it hasn't been a complete disaster every week. So obviously we want to start well. So that's a bit of a focus. As I said, it has been all year. We created 27 scoring opportunities last week, which is a pretty high number. So our offence was good last week. Defensively, we just lacked a bit, and probably some of our work around the stoppages early in the game wasn't what we wanted. So we've focused in on that this week.
Dane Zorko talked a lot about composure in the first quarter. Is it as simple as that, or have you got any other little changes up your sleeve that you might help rectify that?
No, really, if you look at a lot of our games, I mean, the margin last week was 33 points, but if you watch the first half of the first quarter closely, we had a number of opportunities to either kick the ball through the goals or deliver it to somebody inside 50, and we found a way to make a mistake. So he's right when he talks about composure, and that's something that we'll just keep working on. And young teams, sometimes they have a little bit of trouble with that early in games until the heat settles, but we just got to learn from that and keep trying to get better at it.
Fags, you're wearing a big freeze beanie. Is it a cause close to your heart?
Oh, very much so. I worked with Neil Danaher at Melbourne Footy Club for 10 years, and he gave me my first job in AFL footy as the reserves coach of Melbourne, and we've been friends for the last 20 odd years. So yes, it is a cause close to my heart, and anything I can do to promote what he's doing, I think we all think it's wonderful what he's doing and the attitude that he has, then I'll do it. So that includes going down the slide on Monday, and it's probably freezing cold in Melbourne anyway. So it's a great thing, isn't it, the 18 coaches turning up to do that, and it's probably unheard of, and I think that's just a measure of the respect that everyone in football has for Neil.
Thanks. Sorry, just a bit wider now. I know that it was a week ago, but it was a pretty brutal weekend for footy in last weekend. Going forward, do you feel like, you know, yourself and the Suns really have to prove themselves even that bit more, because Queensland clubs do come under the spotlight for not competing the same level as, say, Victorian or a South Australian club does?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it was a brutal weekend for us. I know we lost by 50 points, but we won the second half with one bloke on the bench. So there was a lot of credibility to come out of our win, and our season to date we've been highly competitive. So we don't get caught up in what people think, because if you do, it can break your heart sometimes. We know where we're at and what we're trying to do, and by any measure we're an enormously improved team this year. We haven't necessarily got the extra wins to show for it, but that'll come in time. So and I really can't speak for Gold Coast, and I never choose to speak on behalf of other clubs, but that's the way we look at it, and I think our fans know that we're on the improve, and they can see what we're doing. So I'm pretty sure that they'll be okay with where we're at the moment.